Hi, Mike Gibson, Jim Blankenship coming to you live from SCAI 2016. Jim, 2 more days as president, so talk to us about your strategic launch, plan for the strategic launch here at SCAI.
Sure. Happy to have the chance to do that.
Yes.
We got ourselves a new executive director.
Yes.
About a year ago, and at that point we realized that the last strategic plan that we had done was 2005.
Wow.
We looked back at that and looked at all the things that had been planned at that time, realized that we had accomplished almost all of them, and realized that now is the time to start with a new plan.
Right.
So during the year 2015, we organized a strategic planning work group, and that work group, along with our board of trustees, developed a new strategic plan that was approved by the board of trustees last October, has been rolled out slowly since then, and is now being formally launched and described at this meeting.
So what are some of the key elements of the plan?
There's some reaffirmation of our old emphasis and some new. SCAI has always been known for its quality, for education, and for advocacy, and the strategic plan emphasizes that those are still core principles of what SCAI does, and in fact very, very important to it. One of the new ones that we're emphasizing is research. We've realized that we have not been involved in research in the past, and of course many other societies have that as a key part of their functioning, and so we decided that we need to do that. Kenny Rosenfield, our incoming president, has led a research task force that over the past year met and developed some strategies for getting ourselves into the field of research, and we think we're targeting registries as being the way to do that. Another one is an increasing emphasis on community, and we're defining that as including not only cardiovascular physicians, but members of the cardiovascular team, including technicians and administrators, and also emphasizing our international membership. We see that there's a particular need for education overseas, and there's a hunger and enthusiasm for many international interventional cardiologists to participate with SCAI in some of our programs.
Right. Tell us a little bit about the reach of SCAI. I mean, how many different countries are engaged in SCAI at this point?
Well, about a quarter to a third of our membership is international.
Yes.
And this year I've had the opportunity to travel overseas and participate in a couple of fellows courses, which is one of the most valuable things that SCAI can do for our international colleagues, is to, in situations where they don't have formal training programs, we can start to begin some of those opportunities for training trainees who are being, frankly, informally trained at the present time. So we see that as being a real opportunity for international service. We're in many countries overseas. The areas that seem to be the most interested in having SCAI help and participate are China and India. Although recently I was in Saudi Arabia, and there's an enormous amount of enthusiasm in Saudi Arabia, partly because most of the Saudi Arabian interventionists trained either in the UK or America, and so they feel particularly close to the UK or American interventionists. So they're enthusiastic to have us working with them too.
But the young people are our future, and that's a big part of this strategic plan, is to, again, get young people on board and get them engaged. Is that right? Absolutely
right. And as SCAI is evolving into I think a more high-powered and more energetic organization, as the entire field of interventional cardiology evolves into new areas such as structural, there's great opportunities for the early career members to participate in ways, in fact, because many of them are coming out of training programs where they're learning structural, for instance, and coming out with knowledge bases that are similar to some of the older guys who are picking it up as they go along. And Dr. Rosenfield's idea for this next year is to make that one of the prime initiatives of his presidency, to make sure we give opportunities for young people to get engaged. And examples of that include helping to lead some of the national meetings that we have, and making sure that we involve our early career professionals in those, and opening opportunities for interventional fellows even while they're still fellows.
Well, from everyone at SCAI, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your year of service. I know it's a lot of work, a lot of travel, a bit of a thankless job, but we all thank you, Jim.
Appreciate that. It's been a great opportunity to meet lots of wonderful people, and I find that I'm even more enthusiastic about our profession at the end of this year than I was at the beginning.
Wow.
And it's a great future for interventional cardiology and for SCAI.
Great. Jim, thank you for all your service. And thanks to all of you out there for joining us here live from SCAI 2016.